goes out to the zombies. Stumble around and they thinking they bossy, but you're just a zombie, yeah. I'ma make you die again. Don't feast on me, yeah. I'll cut your head off at the brain. You're just a zombie. You guys all fucking sound the same, sound the same. Walking, talking, stock the same. Zero life, cause you a zombie. You're gonna die again, I'm sorry, not sorry. Why would I be sorry when they're coming at me, foaming at the mouth like a beer not poured well? Time to empty out my rounds like a Neo in the lobby. Zero mercy for the zombies. Authenticity is the finisher. Cut them at the knees, oh yeah, yeah. Headshot, I don't even need to aim. It's a flick of the wrist, it's a no-scope gig, yeah. This one goes out to the zombies. Stumble around and they thinking they bossy.
The Scott Young Frequency podcast, filmed live on TikTok, and also we're recording, obviously. This is the zombie episode, guys. This is the zombie episode of I Speak Your Language, breaking down the lyrics, breaking down the meaning of the song, and zombie's a fun one, so we got a lot to dig into. Welcome, my name is Scott Young. I make the music you want to hear, obviously. Checks just came out earlier this week, a few days ago. However, we're going to dive into zombie tonight. I've been waiting to get to this one because there's a lot in here, but just so excited to see you all, be with you all, as always. Let's just begin by remembering that everything is absolutely perfect. Always, guys. Always. We can release our stories and our thoughts around what we think is true and just drop into what we know is true. So zombie, guys, I mean, this is the fourth song from the album, and kind of catching up and recapping a bit. New Face, really kind of about bringing that true version of yourself into the world, that version we all know that we wish to be, wish to act as, wish to come from, and bringing that into the world. Money Man is kind of got this kind of raw, a bit of defiant energy that is kind of saying, hey, once you embody this new face, what are the challenges you're going to face? You might face your own doubts, your own fears. Indeed, you will. Polaroid is, as we discussed in the last episode, is kind of, you could say, an innocent, kind of reminiscent sort of vibe of what we have experienced as relationships with others, that kind of first love feeling. But really it's a call to come back home, to come back to who you really are. That sweetness, that purity you feel in Polaroid is really a reminder of the sweetness and purity of what you already are within yourself. And Taylor Elizabeth Swick, welcome to the family. And Zombie, guys. So Zombie, definitely, it's got an edge. It's a little more aggressive of a track in terms of the production as well as the vocal, etc. And it kind of digs a little bit back into the Money Man vibe of just, man, what you're gonna face, especially when you find out who you are, what you might face out there in the Matrix, you could say. There's quite a few references in this song that I will indeed break down. But I'm excited, guys. Zombie is definitely, I mean, I love all my children equally, but Zombie is definitely one of my, if not one of my favorite songs on the album. I mean, it's just like, it's just wild. And the production, the vocals, the lyrics kind of intend to match that vibe. But overall, the concept of Zombie is really that without judgment, with full love, right? Fuck them. AKA love them, make love to them, same thing. But you're going to meet a lot of folks along in your journey that won't quite get where you're coming from, that will seem to be almost zombie-like in the way that they approach life. Once again, without judgment, but just observation of, you're going to even attract a lot of these zombies because they want what you have. They want that light, that energy, that radiance that New Face kind of discusses, that Money Man steps into, that Polaroid harkens back to and wishes to come to kind of find again. You're going to attract lower vibrations, negative energies. And it's just your kind of, your honor, your your duty, your love to respond to those zombies in a way that really can show them the light, you could say. Not in a forceful way, but just shining as you shine, as we, I think, ended off the last show with, which is the sun doesn't care whether you have sunscreen on, whether you prefer a cloudy day, or if you want to stay inside, or if you think it's too hot. The sun just radiates and shines as it does. And it's a really good example of how, indeed, when you are being your true self, when you're just fearlessly shining, all the rest doesn't matter. However, the zombies will come, but the apocalypse ends now, as we've discussed. So, yeah, there are some lyrics in here that almost seem quite aggressive, quite violent, but that's really not the case, and we will be breaking it down. Never act out your distortions and your own stories and biases out into the world on others, but just resolve them within yourselves. And that's a lot of what this album is intended to deliver. So, yeah, our traditional understanding of the term zombie is undead, you could say. But in the context of this song, it's more so, you could say, those who have yet to awaken to their own true power. So indeed, they will sooner or later. So that's kind of what a zombie is here. But you're awake, are you not? You're perceiving my voice, are you not? What's doing that? What's aware of my voice right now? What's aware of how your knee is feeling or how your back is feeling? What's aware of what you just had for dinner or lunch? That is you. So, as always, guys, we're going to dive into the song, the lyrics. This is the intro.
Hey, this one goes out to you know who. Let's go. Don't feast on me, yeah. I'll cut your head off at the brain. You just a zombie. You guys all fucking sound the same, sound the same. Walking, talking, stock the same. Yeah, we're gassed up, ready for the storm. Let's go, pop 'em in the brain, yeah. I look into the eyes, no soul.
Intro and first chorus. Hey, this one goes out. So this one's pretty obvious. It goes out to the zombies, guys. You're bringing that light into the world. And you could say this song is a representation of it, but whenever you go out into the world as your true self, shining, being yourself, being who you are, you're kind of just giving everyone a lighthouse, you could say, or just something to kind of respond to. Whoa, this person's coming from that vibe. So this one goes out to you know who. It's the zombies, baby. So the hook. Don't feast on me, yeah. I'll cut your head off at the brain. Once again, sounds violent. Don't feast on me in terms of people will often try to infect you with their negative ideas, with their negative stories, with their perspective on life. Kind of analogous to how a zombie is like feasting on human flesh. But in this sense, don't feast on me in the sense of, keep your energy to yourself. And once again, as I mentioned, the energy will come into your space, especially when you're shining. You might even attract more of it. However, it's really about, not today, not in my house, which is really about raising up your own perspective and vibration, kind of cleansing all of your own doubts, your own fears, and then you're impervious to any zombies. I'll cut your head off at the brain. Once again, sounds kind of violent, but really the brain, as we've mentioned before, the physical mind, the strategist, the one who's always trying to piece things together logically, the one who thinks linearly. Thomas Newton, you could say. Doubting Thomas plus Sir Isaac Newton. Just the one who tries to figure things out, the one who is always questioning and doubting and thinking. It all comes from here. It doesn't come from here, the heart. It comes from the mind. So when we say, I'll cut your head off at the brain, it's really just even cutting my own head off, decapitate yourself in the sense of, whoa, sink back into the heart, sink back into what you know is true in terms of what you got to do here, what's right, like who you really want to be as opposed to what you think you should be. So, I'll cut your head off at the brain, you just a zombie. You guys all fucking sound the same, sound the same. Walking, talking, stock the same. We gassed up, ready for the storm. Let's go, ah. We're ready, are we not? Because all these zombies, guys, like, and everyone's got them in their lives, whether it's your peers, your family, even your friends, your frenemies, your haters, your lovers, even. I mean, these guys will always kind of come with the same narrative, the same doubts. Oh, do you think you can really do that? No. That's never going to happen. That's never going to work. Their kind of style, like, even though it comes in different shapes and forms, basically it's all the same nonsense, all the same doubting Thomas. And this song with this kind of raw, defiant energy is really about not today. Not today. And Lorena, hey, how's it going? Yes, guys, this is the zombie episode of the Scott Young Frequency. If you just joined, or if you're joining kind of midway, the full episode will be posted on our YouTube, Spotify, podcast, etc. So, gassed up, ready for the storm. Let's go, ah. So, taking into verse 1.
Same, sound the same. Walking, talking, stock the same. Yeah, we're gassed up, ready for the storm. Let's go, pop 'em in the brain, yeah. I look into the eyes, no soul. Someone rob them of the flame. So mama tries out shit and Austin is my goal. Yeah, zero fear now. Cause every time they step to me, I'm whipping out the torch, you see. No light in the rise, I'ma see it to my eyes. If you know, you know now. This one goes out to the zombies.
Alright, so verse 1, guys. Once again, I'm gonna kind of maybe take the somewhat aggressive imagery of the lyrics and translate it into what we really mean. So, pop 'em in the brain, yeah. I look into their eyes, no soul. Similar, guys. The brain, you could say the thinking mind, the strategist, and we all have one. The ego, some have said, is just doesn't do us any good. It just holds us back. It just creates doubt. So pop it off, And the funny thing is, I guess you could say in zombie lore, it's the decapitation, cutting off the head, which often of the zombie, that often kind of actually takes them out for good. So, pop 'em in the brain, yeah. I look into their eyes, no soul. This is kind of, we've mentioned this before, I think in Money Man, you can always see it in their eyes. You can always look into someone's eyes. Hello. And really just feel like, what's their soul like? What's their state of being in that moment? And you can kind of really peer into their soul. Eyes truly are windows to the soul, so I look into their eyes, no soul. Because with the zombies in your lives, guys, you're often going to feel that they're just, what's going on there? Is it just programming? Is it just conditioning? Is there anyone there? Knock, knock. Indeed, the soul is there. However, you could say it's been so suppressed, so repressed, that it doesn't come out in their eyes anymore. Someone robbed them of the flame, so I'm on my charts out shit and Austin is my goal. Meaning, like, and there's a few references to this throughout the album, and there will be more. This flame, this kind of inner light, this faith that we all have within ourselves for what's true, that keeps, it's the engine in a sense. And we all have one. Maybe for some it's become and dwindled down to an ember, and for some it burns bright and it rages, and it only grows as your journey grows and progresses. So we say, someone robbed them of the flame. So it almost seems like they don't have a flame. No soul in their eyes. There's no flame. And thank you for all those likes, guys. Much appreciated. So I'm on my Charizard shit. For those who don't know, Charizard's a Pokemon. It's a flame Pokemon. And Austin is my goal. Meaning, we're trying to bring the flame back. Not trying, we are bringing the flame back. We're going to light it on fire. Bring that flame back for all these zombies to awaken. And once again, not with force, not with insistence, but just being who you are. You will be the Charizard. You will bring that flame into the world. It's inevitable. And you will radiate and attract and also repel certain folks. But ultimately, you're planting seeds all over the place. Yeah, zero fear now. No fear, guys. Cause every time they step to me, I'm whipping out the torch, you see. Every time they come up, you just burn brighter. Just like the sun. Radiate like the sun. No light in their eyes, I'ma see their demise. Once again, no light in their eyes, and I'ma see their demise. Which is kind of funny because they're already dead, you could say. If you know now. And nah, welcome to the family. Nah. If you know now in the sense of like, if you never listened to this podcast, or maybe you don't know anything about us, my music, what we do here, our family here, our genre, you might think we're just talking about, I don't know, like a video game or something, or like a zombie movie or apocalypse. But if you know, meaning we all go out into the world, and of course it's a journey, it's a process. We're all growing, allowing our spirits, our souls to become bolder and even more fearless. Yeah, zero fear now. But you're gonna face many, I wouldn't even say obstacles or challenges. You're just gonna face a lot of energies out there and meet yourself in all of these cases. Find out who you really are. So, if you know, you're just gonna keep elevating, keep shining, and it's through these challenges, it's through the zombies, it's through the catalyst that we deepen our courage, deepen our faith within ourselves, and just keep crushing it. So continuing on to the pre-chorus.
No light in the rise, I'ma see their demise. If you know now. This one goes out to the zombies. Stumble around and they thinking they bossy, but you're just a zombie, yeah. I'ma make you die again. Don't FaceTime me, yeah.
Alright, so then we're going to the chorus, but this one goes out to the zombies. Like, once again in the intro, this one goes out to you know who. They stumble around and they're thinking they bossy, but you're just a zombie, yeah. I'ma make you die again. So this song obviously goes out to the zombies with love. Love you guys. And they stumble around thinking that they're bossy, meaning like, you could say that the thing that really messes us up, messes up our flow, kind of messes up our own game is knowledge. It's the mind. The more you know, in a sense, the more doubt you create, because then you start doubting yourself, your dreams, your true desire, who you really are. So in a way, like, the more you know, knowledge is kind of the enemy of faith in many ways. So when you're a zombie, you're kind of in that zombie state, you're stumbling around, you're walking tall and confident in the world, but really you're stumbling around because you don't know what's right from left. You don't know what's real. Who are you? Who are they? Like, what am I doing here? What's my purpose? You're stumbling around this matrix. And you're thinking you're bossy. Meaning, like, when you think about it, no matter how many PhDs you have, no matter how many theses you've written, no matter how smart you are from the Newtonian mind, you're still empty in the sense of you don't have that conviction, that faith within what's true within yourself. So you're thinking you're the boss of the world, but you're just a zombie, yeah. I'ma make you die again. Just kind of like they're already dead, but we're gonna, make them die again and really resurrect them in a sense to who they really are. And this song also, if you look at it from a bit of a different angle, it can also be interpreted as talking to ourselves. We all have the zombie within us. We all have the doubter, the thinker, the strategizer, who's always trying to create an advantageous situation for herself, who's always trying to work towards some goal. All these lyrics can apply to ourselves. Pop ourselves in the brain. Bring back our own flame, you could say. Be the Charizard for ourselves. And thank you for the comments, guys. I will address them kind of as we go, continuing into the chorus.
But you're just a zombie, yeah. I'ma make you die again. Don't FaceTime me, yeah. I'll cut your head off at the brain. You're just a zombie. You guys all fucking sound the same, sound the same. Walking, talking, stock the same. Zero life. me foaming at the mouth like a...
Once again, the chorus. It's quite basically the same as the first one, but a little change in the end. So, don't feast on me, yeah. I'll cut your head off at the brain. Shoo! You just a zombie. You guys all fucking sound the same. Same, sound the same. Walking, talking, stalk the same. Stalking around. Stalk the same in the sense of like, man. And it ladders into the next line. 0 life, cause you a zombie. Obviously, they're undead. No true life, no flame. For example, as we kind of, you might have heard before, being not dead is not the same as being alive. Just because you have a pulse, just because your heart is beating, doesn't mean you're living. It just means you're breathing, you could say. It's like being alive is something very different. It's just living your best life. No regrets. Just every moment is truly a blessing. And it's easy to forget this, indeed, because we've become so accustomed to expecting that tomorrow's going to come, that all the things we have will always be here. But truly living is knowing that, man, life is such a gift. Being here, even the ability to create, to know yourself, such a beauty, such a gift. So really want to always kind of come from that place as much as we can. And stalk the same, 0 life cause you a zombie. It's almost like often when you're doing something interesting, guys, when you're doing something powerful, meaningful, passionate, important to you, your calling, you're not focused on anything else. And in many ways, you just have these horse blinders on, in a good way, where you're just focused on what you have to bring into the world, what your message is. And you often find that the zombies in the world, they might not have much going on in terms of maybe they haven't activated that flame within themselves to pursue what is meaningful to them. So they're always kind of, on your case, they're always kind of projecting their doubts, their fears, their own skepticism onto you, which is totally fine, which is what the song is for, to kind of call out that you will face these types of energies, catalysts, and but yeah, it's like, you could say a perspective I have is that whenever you're really curious about other people's affairs, not even other people's affairs, but just like what's going on outside of your life, your own kind of calling, your own kind of, whether it's getting really into like a specific hobby, which isn't bad, don't get me wrong, or like a specific like situation or relationship, or very curious about what other people are, the goings on of their lives, you could say like, reclaim your power, reclaim your focus. What's really important here? You have something important to bring into the world, and I guarantee you it doesn't exist in your idle curiosity around others, aka the stalker line here. Walk and talk and stalk the same. So, 0 life cause you a zombie. You're gonna die again, I'm sorry, not sorry. Meaning, they're already dead. Gonna make them die again. Wake them up. You know, in that kind of playful, the playful analogy of, you know, you could say exterminating zombies, killing zombies. I'm sorry, not sorry. Not sorry. I'm actually happy to do so. When you shine, guys, once again, you're going to trigger a lot of people, which is really just planting a seed, because nothing can ever trigger you. As we've discussed before, you only trigger yourself. So when you walk around in the world, whether it's an advertisement you see, a memory of the past, someone's face, a situation, right? Even someone yelling in your face the most foul words, calling you mean names, whatever. It's not them triggering you, you are triggering yourself. Everything is objectively neutral. Everything has no meaning. We are the meaning givers. So, yes, while you might quote unquote trigger some people, ultimately you're just planting seeds for them to realize more of what they need to see at that moment and who they are. Every trigger that we feel on our side, aka when we trigger ourselves, is a point, an opportunity to elevate our perspective, to clean out old beliefs or old views that no longer are relevant anymore. And that trigger, that emotional catalyst, is the reminder to do so. So beautiful. We have a naturally built in mechanism to heal ourselves, to liberate ourselves, and all the rest. So that's why, not sorry, truly. And then going into verse 2.
You guys all fucking sound the same, sound the same. Walking, talking, stuck the same. Zero life, cause you a zombie. You're gonna die again, I'm sorry, not sorry. Why would I be sorry when they're coming at me, foaming at the mouth like a beer not poured well? Time to empty out my rounds like I'm Neo in the lobby. Zero mercy for the zombies. Authenticity is the finisher. Cuts them at the knees, oh yeah, yeah. Headshot, I don't even need to aim. It's a flick of the wrist, it's a no-scope gig, yeah. This one goes out
Alright,
to the
verse 2. I love this verse. It's got some like references, it's kind of cheeky in some areas, but why would I be sorry when they're coming at me, foaming at the mouth like a beer not poured well? He's like in like the movie sense or in zombie lore, you could say they're just, what's going on there? They're just gross up there, foaming at the mouth like a beer not poured well. Some of you might know if you pour a beer shoddily, it just has a lot of foam, not as much liquid. But when they're coming at you foaming at the mouth, it's really like just all of their blah, 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 all the blabber, all of the doubting Thomas verbiage that's coming out of their mouth. Remember, guys, and that foam, you could say, is all the BS coming out of their mouth, which is just their own projections onto you. You could say that, like, communication is so important because every word we speak is almost like the final extension of, it's bringing something into manifestation when you say something out loud. So you really can get a sense of where people are coming from just by every word they use, their vocabulary, every word that they utter. Because what does the language represent? It represents, you could say, their thoughts, right? So it's like words here, thoughts here. What are before thoughts? It's your state of being. It's your belief systems. It's your perspectives on the world. So, you know, language is really such a revealing indicator of what someone's believing, where they're constituted as, what they're coming from. So, why would I be sorry when they're coming at me, foaming at the mouth like a beer not poured well? Time to empty all my rounds like I'm Neo in the lobby. Zero mercy for the zombies. This is a Matrix reference, the film The Matrix, when Keanu Reeves, Neo, and Trinity walk into the lobby. I think it's roughly like 2/3 of the way through the film, and they're just kind of unloading all their rounds with all these guns that they brought at the I think they're like police guards or something, but basically they're just unloading. Time to empty all my rounds like I'm new in the lobby. Zero mercy for the zombies. The zombies won't stop, guys. They'll come at you, but kind of in a playful, fun way. Just empty all your rounds. Just be yourself. Let it all fly. Let it all flow. Doesn't matter. No mercy. You cannot dampen your own light ever. You guys have probably heard this. Dampen your own light for anyone. Honestly. No use. Don't do this. Don't do this to yourself. Believe in yourself. Authenticity is the finisher. Cuts them at the knees, oh yeah, yeah. You know, when you're really authentic, truly authentic, not this kind of made up sense of, oh, I'm just, you know, being super emotional and that's authentic. That's not authenticity, guys. True authenticity, in my estimation, is connecting to your true self, source, the universe, God, whatever term you like to use. And when you embody that, you're being authentic. And what the words you say, the thoughts you have, the beliefs you have will naturally stream into alignment. And when you're coming from that place, being truly authentic, yeah, it's going to trigger a lot of people, you could say. It reveals to a lot of people their own kind of seeking of authenticity within themselves, being that true, authentic, original nature. And in the sense, in this analogy of zombie, it's authenticity is the finisher, cuts him at the knees, oh yeah, yeah. Literally, like a lot of people can't take it. That shining, that brightness, that radiance that your authentic self brings to the table, it's a lot. It's a lot to take in. It's a lot to drink in for some people, and you might repel some folks. And it really, it just cuts them at the knees. But in a beautiful way, once again, we're just planting seeds. We're planting seeds just by being who you are. And whether it's in this life, a future incarnation, they will find who they really are, you could say. Headshot, I don't even need to aim. Once again, kind of going back to the head example. It's a flick of the wrist, it's a no-scope gig, yeah. This is kind of just a small reference to like video games, like shooter games, where if you have like a sniper, you don't have to necessarily zoom in and scope. You can just, boom, do it without scoping. Basically, the point is like, it's so easy. Like we just, boom, be ourselves, pop them in the brain, headshot, done, easy, you know? It's a no-scope gig, very easy, flick of the wrist. So continuing on into the pre-chorus again.
It's a flick of the wrist, it's a no-scope gig, yeah. This one goes out to the zombies. Stumble around and they thinking they bossy, but you're just a zombie, yeah. I'ma make you die again. Don't feast on me, yeah. I'll cut your head off at the brain. You just a zombie. You guys all fucking sound the same, sound the same. Walking, talking, stop the same. Zero life, cause you a zombie. You're gonna die again, I'm sorry, not sorry. I play your characters. No, you don't.
No changes to the chorus. Hammering it once again. You know, lines that stand out to me this time around, just in this moment, is everyone's the same, guys. It's like all those zombies are the same. They're just gonna, they might come with different faces, with different stories, with different you could say timings in your life, but ultimately you can always sense from, you could say, the vibration, the frequency of where someone's coming from. And you'll realize that ultimately it all sounds the same at the end of the day. So that's all I gotta say about that. Going into the bridge.
Cause you a zombie, you're gonna die again, I'm sorry, not sorry. I play your characters, no you don't scare me. Clean up your drawer, cause it's flying everywhere, infected. Stop this train, it's in flames. I'm not afraid of you now. Sorry, not sorry, cause you remind me every time I feel it, which is yeah.
Alright, cool. Bridge. Once again, another reference. If you guys ever play video games. Non-player characters, no you don't scare me. Non-player characters, NPCs, are just kind of like characters in games where if you're playing like a multiplayer game, there's not like an actual person on the other side who's also playing that character. You know, if we all get in the server together and play a video game, like there's multiple players. I'm playing, Lindsay's playing, Kitchen Vix is playing, Irish American's playing, but there are also characters in games where there's not actually a person behind it. It's just like a computer program, you could say, and you talk to these non-player characters, NPCs, and you kind of get quests from them or get items from them, whatever. So the analogy here in this sense is like zombies are just NPCs. They're just non-player characters. There's no soul there. There's no one there. Like knock knock, there's no one there. So it's kind of saying non-player characters, aka zombies. No, you don't scare me. Clean up your drool, cause it's flying everywhere, infecting. Kind of goes back to the point of like the filament of the mouth, all the BS. Like, people are just gonna always, almost subconsciously or subliminally rather, infect others with their lack beliefs, with their negative ideas, with just all of their own doubts, all their own projections. And you see this everywhere nowadays, you could say, in society. It's just become normal where people talk the same kind of same narratives, the same kind of structures of, oh, like, how do I improve myself just so I can get like some more money here or some more followers there, or like, I got to look out for myself, all of this stuff, as opposed to, wow, I'm ultimately always supported by the universe, by source, by who I truly am, all of these things. Like, so in many ways, with love in a positive bent, it's like you really just got to be wary of where people are coming from and not allowing others' ideas to take root in your own soul, in your own mind, like a virus, Now, if you're being just awesome, positive, shining, like, yes, let those ideas take root. If you have folks in your life, whether it's parents, family, friends, even folks you just follow online who can really place kind of positive ideas and just enlightening messages and understandings within your own heart, even better. But that's kind of the point of clean up your drool, cause it's flying everywhere, infecting. Clean up your drool, guys. To ourselves too. We gotta clean up our own drool, all of our own lack beliefs, all of our own negative ways of thinking and not believing in ourselves. Because even by doing so, even if you never utter one word, this universe, this creation is a unity. So every negative thought you think, whether it's about yourself or others, does impact the whole, whether you know it or not. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not happening. And everyone, welcome to the stream. Destiny J, Moon. Good to see you. Everyone. Lindsay, hey, Terry, Rose. Stop this train, it's in flames. I'm not afraid of you now. Just gonna play this part again, just to recap in the bridge. Cause it's flying everywhere, infected. Stop this train, it's in flames. I'm not afraid of you now. Sorry, not sorry. Cause you remind me every time I feel it, which is sentimental. Yeah. I don't know why, but sometimes when I think about like zombie apocalypse movies or just like, yeah, end of the world movies, there's always this image of like, whether it's a car or a train just on fire, no one manning it, just boom, just passing by. It's kind of like a reference to that. But also you could say like, there's many ways to interpret this line, but let's just like stop this game now. Like it's on fire, not in the positive sense of like, oh, we're gonna bring that flame back into the world with that Charizard energy, but more so, man, this is not going well with these where this zombie kind of train is headed. Let's just end it. I'm not afraid of you now. Because how for how many thousands of years are we gonna say the same things, the same narratives? And I often discuss this with regard to music, film, entertainment. We're putting out the same memes, the same kind of themes. It's like, oh, I miss you, I love you, I'm incomplete without you, I need to make stacks, make money, improve my resume to feel whole, feel complete. I need to have a beautiful family so I can feel worthy. Guys, let's stop this train. Let's flip this narrative at this point. It's been thousands of years, and look, we're basically still the same primates with the same lack beliefs. It's time to amp up the vibration and really usher in a new world. And that's what we're here to do, in every sense of the word, in every sense of the idea, you could say. Sorry, not sorry, cause you remind me every time I'm feeling way too sentimental. Meaning, it's like sometimes these zombies, guys, whether it's your best friends, even your family, your peers, grandparents, etc., will make you feel sentimental sometimes, meaning like, man, am I being too bold, too confident, too self-loving, shining this way? Should I tune it back a bit? Should I pull it back, take my foot off the gas pedal, cool it down a little bit? And that's kind of what I mean is sometimes these zombies, loving zombies by the way, will make you feel a bit sentimental. Will make you feel like, man, maybe I should once again dim my light to match up with where they're at. But nope. Nope. Not gonna happen. So that's where we go into kind of the final chorus, the outro.
Sorry, not sorry. Cause you remind me every time I feel it, what you said, yeah. I'm not gonna put up with any of your shit, no more. No fun. You be crazy until you see me, yeah. I don't fuck with no shang songs. I be Luke hanging Vincent. No love, cause you a zombie. You're gonna die, yeah. I'm sorry, not sorry.
Woo! Okay, yeah, that's the end of the song. We're gonna dive into this final chorus. And also, guys, if you guys have any comments, questions, whatever, love, hate, drop them in the comments section below. And even just on that point, guys, hate or darkness or the devil or whatever people want to call it, the shadow side, it's just a manifestation created, as we've discussed before. It's created by the light. There's only one source. There's only one source. There's only one thing, and that is love, God, the universe, whatever you want to call it. It's just language. And anything that exists is created from that. So ideas such as hate, shadows, the devil, are created from that same source. So how beautiful is that? You don't need to fear it. It's not like this continual battle between good and evil. I mean, on a relative level, that might appear to exist, but ultimately everything is the ultimate perfection. So never fear, never worry. Those kind of forces such as negativity, doubt, shadows, all these things, the devil, evil, is just an opportunity for us to learn, to come back more into what we truly prefer, and be able to pick, because it's our own free will that allows us to experience this creation in whichever way we truly wish to. So it's always this kind of choice point. If it were only all offered to us as paradise, heaven, ecstasy all the time, it wouldn't be Earth, and just in general, not even Earth, but every incarnation wouldn't be such a rich training ground. There's got to be kind of like this polarity that allows us to choose. Anyway, yeah, I'm not gonna put up with any of your shit no more. No fun. It's not fun putting up with these zombies. And while you might see them on a day-to-day basis, you might work with them, they might be colleagues, you might bump into them at the gym, you don't have to put up with it. You can just be free. And on a more relative level, you can say this is also just, drawing your own personal boundaries and kind of what you will and will not tolerate in your life. But from like a vibrational perspective, I use this term a lot, but when I say vibrational, it really just means like, man, like what you're believing, what you're feeling. And every kind of state of being, feeling state has a corresponding frequency vibration, how fast it vibrates, you could say. And there are higher and lower states, and we all feel them. For example, when you're feeling depressed, you're just not in as high of a state of being or vibrating faster than when you're feeling just confident on top of the world. And those feelings of depression and confidence, depression versus confidence, they all come from some sort of state of being, some sort of perspective that you have that's creating your experience. Beatrice, welcome to the family. So nice. All right. Yeah, so don't put up with it, guys. And even, once again, on a relative level, if it's your uncle or your aunt or your cousins or your quote unquote friends giving you not even like shit necessarily, but just like those little doubts, those little like, that's a nice little dream you have, but why don't you go back to school? Those types of just like, even just the way people look in their eyes, you can kind of feel just where they're coming from. Nevo, what's up? So don't put up with it anymore. You have no need to. I'm not gonna put up with any of your shit no more. No fun. And then the second line is, you be cozy until you see me out. Just to play that line.
Yeah, I'm not gonna put up with any of your shit no more. No fun. You be cozy until you see me out. I don't fuck with no shang song.
Once again, guys, when you're shining, it all kind of comes back to the same lessons, but we're reinforcing as always. Many layers of the cake. We got to add many layers of frosting to the cake to make it tasty. Meaning, like when you go out and shine, guys, you're going to ruffle some feathers. You're going to disrupt the people around you, essentially, the environments around you. When you bring harmony to a disharmonious situation, you are the harmony coming into a disharmonious situation. You're going to ruffle some feathers. You're going to, you could say, engage a lot of triggers. And that's why it says, you'll be cozy until you see me. Everyone's kind of, just in their normal, zombie-like state until they encounter you and your light. I don't fuck with no Shang Tsungs. Continuing on. It's a Mortal Kombat reference. A lot of references in this song. I'll be Liu Kang and then some. Just to play it.
I'm not gonna put up with any of your shit no more. No fun. You be cozy until you see me out. I don't fuck with no Shang Tsungs. I'll be Liu Kang and then some. No love cause you a zombie. You're gonna die again. I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
Sorry. So yeah, it's like in the Mortal Kombat lore and story, Shang Tsung is this character that steals souls basically, which is, if you're not careful, what can happen if you allow zombies to infiltrate your mind, your life, let their ideas take root in your heart. It's kind of like a reference to Money Man, where we said, they want to take your soul and run away. Don't let them tell you anything you feel reduces your faith. Kind of same concept. It's like, I don't fuck with no Shang Tsungs. These soul suckers, they want to steal your soul. I be Liu Kang and then some. In the lore of Mortal Kombat, once again, Liu Kang is just the protagonist who defeats Shang Tsung, takes him out. And then the end of the chorus is, once again the same. No life cause you a zombie. You're gonna die again. I'm sorry, not sorry. So, yeah. That's Zombie, guys. There's a lot of references in this song. There's a lot of kind of, once again, some imagery, some, you could say, quote unquote, like aggressive lyrics, but ultimately it's all with love. It's all with a good heart to just be yourself. Same story, always be yourself, and don't be afraid of what you might encounter along the way, because that's natural. I think it's relatively rare now to see that type of authentic energy come into the world fearlessly. And I really am so happy whenever I do see it, because it appears quite rare. And once again, we all have a zombie within ourselves, living and breathing within ourselves. And you could say it exists right here in the brain, in the mind. However, once we can kind of, in a loving sense, decapitate ourselves and drop into the heart, drop into what we know is true, that's when you really become the Liu Kang in your own story, become the protagonist, become the Charizard, the Neo, whatever you want to call it. All different references to the same thing, which is take out the zombie, make him die again, make it to yourself. Die to yourself every day. Bury your old self, your old beliefs, your old ideas, and resurrect in this moment. Because ultimately, every moment is fresh. Every moment is new. You can always die to your old beliefs. The person you quote unquote were yesterday is not the person you are at this moment. It's just not. But if you believe it is, then it is. So you can, in a sense, like make yourself die again. Bury the dead, bury the old, as we've reiterated in so many of our songs, and likely we'll continue hammering some of these points throughout the rest of the album. But yeah, that's song number 4 of the album, guys. Zombie. And once again, the album is called I Speak Your Language because I truly feel that a lot of the themes in this album, self-belief, staying authentic no matter what you might deal with along the way in terms of doubts, fears, skeptics, and your own doubts and fears and skepticism of yourself. You will encounter those. But ultimately, what I'm really trying to transmit is that who you truly are is above all of those things. So believe in yourself. And I feel like everyone has this kind of this within themselves, which is this beautiful dream that we all have to realize, this flame, this spark that wishes to find manifestation in the world and create and always remember who it is, despite all of the foaming of the mouth from the zombies, despite all the walking and the talking, the stalking that such people might do, such souls might choose. So yeah, that's why the album's called I Speak Your Language, and Zombie is one piece, one puzzle piece, all laddering up to the same message, but kind of a bit of a different energy that's meant to remind you, guys, it's all good. Just be yourself, believe in yourself, trust yourself, love yourself. I'm gonna wrap up by playing Zombie through one more time. I appreciate you guys all for listening and just being who you are. It's the greatest gift you can give to the world, remembering who you are and then bringing that every day, every moment. So this is Zombie, once again. Love you guys.
Hey, this one goes out to you know who. Let's go. Don't feast on me, yeah. I'll cut your head off at the brain. You just a zombie. You guys all fucking sound the same, sound the same. Walking, talking, stock the same. Yeah, we're gassed up, ready for the storm. Let's go, pop 'em in the brain, yeah. I look into the eyes, no souls. Someone rob them of the flame. So my jaws out shit and Austin is my goal. Yeah, zero fear now. Cause every time they step to me, I'm whipping out the torch, you see. No light in the rise, I'ma see their demise. If you know, you know now. This one goes out to the zombies. Stumble around and they thinking they bossy, but you're just a zombie, yeah. I'ma make you die again. Don't feast on me, yeah. I'll cut your head off at the brain. You just a zombie. You guys all fucking sound the same, sound the same. Walking, talking, stock the same. Zero life, cause you a zombie. You're gonna die again, I'm sorry, not sorry. Why would I be sorry when they're coming at me, foaming at the mouth like a beer not poured well? Time to empty out my rounds like a Neo in the lobby. Zero mistake for the zombies. Authenticity is the finisher. Cut them at the knees, oh yeah. Headshot, I don't even need to aim. It's a flick of the wrist, it's a no-scope gig, yeah. This one goes out to the zombies. Stumble around and they thinking they bossy, but you're just a zombie, yeah. I'ma make you die again. Don't feast on me, yeah. I'll cut your head off at the brain. You just a zombie. You guys all fucking sound the same, sound the same. Walking, talking, stock the same. Zero life, cause you a zombie. You're gonna die again, I'm sorry, not sorry. I play your characters, no you don't scare me. Clean up your drawer, cause it's flying everywhere. Infected, stop your strain, it's in flames. I'm not afraid of you now. Sorry, not sorry, cause you remind me every time I feel it, which is no. Yeah, I'm not gonna put up with any of your shit no more. No fun, you be cozy until you see me, yeah. I don't fall no sing songs. I be Luke hanging Vincent. No love, cause you a zombie. You're gonna die again, I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
Woo! Yes. That is Zombie, guys. You can listen to it everywhere. YouTube, Spotify. You can check out the video on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon. Everywhere. NetEase, QQ. So, that was fun. And yeah, this has been the Scott Young Frequency episode for Zombie. I feel like we basically hit all the bases of what Zombie's about. And I think it definitely takes on a different meaning when you kind of check out the lyrics. And especially, and man, I could do this every moment, is apply it to yourself. You are the zombie. So, decapitate yourself lovingly and sink into, boom, the heart. Because the reason we feel so much like tension and like stress up here in the neck and the shoulders, all of that stuff, is because all the thinking, guys, this 10,000 pound brain filled with knowledge that really doesn't do us any good when we're really trying to stream into alignment. So come back into what's true. And that's what Zombie's all about. And yes, you will see it out there as well. 369 to someone, good to see you, my friend. We just wrapped up. So yeah, this has been the Zombie podcast for song number 4 from I Speak Your Language. We dived into it. We dove into it. So if you join late or join in the middle, you can check out the VOD, the video. Yes, which will be on YouTube and Spotify podcast. So you can check it out there, guys. In the meantime, you can stream it everywhere, and also you can stream checks. We'll dive into checks soon. Love checks, guys. It really don't matter, I tried it, yeah. And we'll dive into that. There's a lot there as well. And more music coming, guys. More music coming. Very soon. Stay tuned. My name is Scott Young. I make the music you want to hear. Just remember, believe in yourself, guys. You'll find everything you need to find once you just be who you are. Love you. Stay bright. Stay brave. See you next time. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.